Yes.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How can we find Laylatul Qadr? And how do we know that we have found Laylatul Qadr?
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Laylatul Qadr is the night of power. Laylatul Qadr is the night that is better than 1,000 months. Quran is saying 1,000 months. You start calculating, it's about 80 something years of a man's life. Meaning in this 1 month, it is better than the life of the whole life of a man. It is blessed. Laylatul Qadr is the night that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending so much power and sending the Quran-i-Karim. We should find Laylatul Qadr. How are we going to find Laylatul Qadr? Well, that's what everybody wants to know, isn't it? For 1400 years, awliya Allah, they have shown us how to find it. But finding Laylatul Qadr is not to say, oh, Laylatul Qadr is on that day, that night. I'm going to worship on that night only. Even if you find Laylatul Qadr on that night and you worship on that night, possibility not too much benefit because you're trying to cheat Allah. You see, the Ottomans, they figure everything out. They take the best, the cream of the religion, and they give it to everyone. They're saying, treat every night like it is Laylatul Qadr. That time, are you going to find Laylatul Qadr? Definitely. And they say, treat everyone as if he is Hizr alayhi salam. As you know, Hizr alayhi salam, mentioned in the Quran-i-Karim. That one that was sent to teach Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam, Kalimullah. Musa alayhi salam, who was given books. Musa alayhi salam was Nabi al-Mursal. Musa alayhi salam, representing the law. But there is a higher law than that. This ties in with what we were speaking about earlier. Book knowledge is something else. Spiritual knowledge is something else. Musa alayhi salam had the book knowledge, knowledge of the book. But Hizr alayhi salam was sent to him. Hizr is not a prophet. Maybe. Some say he is, some say he's a saint. Doesn't matter. Living at that time, Musa alayhi salam is one of 5 prophets that Allah has created that is the highest. But Allah sent Musa alayhi salam to him for him to teach Musa alayhi salam. Surah Al-Kahf. If people are reading it, used to be Muslims are reading this every Friday. It'll save you from the hellfire. But Muslims, because they don't believe in hellfire, why should they read? Isn't it? Astaghfirullah. They don't take it seriously. But Musa alayhi salam was sent to Hizr alayhi salam. Hizr alayhi salam says, you cannot accompany me. He's saying to a Nabi, he's saying to a Rasul, he's saying, looking at him, you cannot accompany me. You cannot learn from me. You have no patience. Musa alayhi salam says, no, I will. I have patience. He says, okay. Don't question me. Don't ask. Learn. There's a big lesson there for us. Once you begin on the spiritual journey, don't ask. Learn. But what they are teaching, ask. Only by asking you're going to learn. No. Learning is through so many different ways. It's a long story, but Musa alayhi salam questioned him on 3 occasions. And these 3 occasions, that time Hizr alayhi salam says, no, that's it. You cannot, I told you, you cannot accompany me. Who knows what might have happened if Musa alayhi salam didn't question and Hizr alayhi salam continued to teach him more and more. So Hizr alayhi salam is the one with secret knowledge. And Hizr alayhi salam is the one that if you ask him something, he will give it to you. He appears to us sometimes. So be careful what you wish for. That time if you wish for hamburger, you're going to get it. He's never going to come around to your life again maybe. But that time if you're sitting down and you say, I want Allah. Oh, how are you going to win now, dunya and akhirat? So, be careful what we remember. Be careful from our intentions. We are going to be judged according to our intentions. So treat every night like it is Laylatul Qadr, and treat everyone like it is Hizr. That time, because Hizr appears to a man. That time, you will win. Awliya Allah, they are saying, yes, of course. So it shows you're not listening to the sohbat we gave also a few days ago, maybe some weeks ago. Awliya Allah, they are saying, Laylatul Qadr, it is in the month of Ramadan, maybe. Heavily, it could be in the last third of the month, the last 10 days. Heavily, it is the odd number days. And heavily, maybe it's the 27th. But, of course, now, we are not discouraging people from worshipping on the 27th. If you want to worship on the 27th, it's better to worship than not worshipping at all. Some squareheads are saying, no, this is wrong, this is bid'ah, he never said that. Going to the 27th masjid and reading and making hatim and doing all this is bid'ah. It's better than nothing, right? What are you going to do? Sit home and watch Bollywood movies? Huh? All night long? It's better at least. We're saying it's not the best, but now we are coming to the Akhir Zaman. You have to have a wisdom. You have to say, because mankind is so weak, what little they do, we cannot stop them. We say to them, we encourage them, do it. Later they're going to get stronger, they're going to do more. Later they're going to get stronger, they're going to do more. Just like the first Jahiliyyah. First Jahiliyyah, say La ilaha illallah. That's all. Say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. That's all. Holy Prophet ﷺ did not bring down the Shariat. He brought down the Shariat in 23 years. But these days, when we have a new brother coming to Islam, we put him with Shariat. We say, now you have to wake up, now you have to wear this, now you have to... No. What are you going to do if you have book knowledge? This is what you're going to be stuck with. How are you going to find Laylatul Qadr? Treat every night like it is Laylatul Qadr. At least, to make 2 rak'ats and say, Ya Rabbi, I am a weak one. And Allah loves His servants who says that He is weak. This is what I can do if Laylatul Qadr is tonight. Sit for 5 minutes and say, Ya Rabbi, I'm sitting here, I'm just thinking of you. I'm not asking you anything, I'm just thinking of you. I want to be with you. You're always being with me. You're always with me, but I'm far away from you. I'm just here to be with you. 5 minutes. That time, yes, there's going to be karamat. Because the heart will start to wake up. Because you're stepping on your ego and you're doing something sincerely, with sincerity. Because 1 hour of meditation, it is better than 70 years of worship, isn't it? Imagine if you do that kind of meditation, that tafakkur, to sit down, like what Shaykh Efendi is saying, not 1 hour, 5 minutes, sit down and be with your Lord, sincerely. If you do it, it is better than 70 years of nafila ibadat. What happens if you do it and you happen to catch the Laylatul Qadr? Oh. It takes belief to do this. Yes, in the old days, so many were awliya Allah. And so many people doing karamats, yes, open. Because they believed. These days, Muslims don't believe anymore. They believe in the weatherman. They believe in CNN. They believe in the internet. They believe in all those knowledges coming from unbelievers. But when it comes to real Islam coming in, they say, are you sure? I don't think so. What about this? What about that? They finish everything, then they say, is this hadith sahih or not? Or is it mawdu'? Yeah. So, playing games. But in the past, they believed. So, there are other things, there are other signs that may be open. But this is enough. This is what's useful for us. Believe me, if you take this, you're not going to lose. I'm not going to cheat you. I'm not going to gain. I'm not going to win anything. You are. At least to have the intention. And in these days, it matters a lot. Because we're going through our lives without intentions. We are sitting there making a zikr without intention. We are praying without the intention. The intention of prayer is not just to say, Nawaitu Arba'in. It's not just to say, I'm praying 4 rakats, zuhur, by myself, according to Hanafi way, for the sake of Allah. That's not just intention. Intention is, that is just lafaz. That is just what you say. What you say and your intention is completely different, isn't it? So many people say, but they intend something else. If you are standing there, really making the intention, Ya Rabbi, now I'm praying for you. You are watching me. And I'm praying. I'm praying for you. For your sake. I'm a weak one. My prayer, it is dirty, it is corrupt. But this is my intention, Ya Rabbi. Give me strength. That time, watch the blessings and the sincerity coming to your lives. Inshallah, this is enough. May we gain from this, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.